Right, this is a very, very special YouTube clip. We have journeyed halfway around the world on a very emotional journey. We're at the corner of York Road and Creswell in Hall Green, Birmingham, United Kingdom. Now, some of you who are into adoption may well know where we actually are. The big building beside us here was not the original building, but from this very area we have adopted 18 Indigenous black coloured babies from this area. The vast majority were black babies, but there was a couple of red babies, a silver baby, a tan baby, and we forget, but a real multicultural collection of babies. And all these babies were sent to Australia, where they have been given a permanent home. Now, this didn't happen like straight away. This has happened over a few years, although the last baby only arrived in Australia for us around Christmas time. And it was a suntan, brown and tan baby. Now, like I said, this building here, which I think is now abandoned, wasn't the actual birthplace of these babies. Yes, they did come from this area, and where the babies were born, there's always these houses here in the front along Creswell Road. But let's walk across the road and see if we can see any remains at the birthing building. It's got a red light on it. We won't be able to go in. It's all locked up, as you can see there. But this big building once was the home to one of the best motorcycle building businesses, certainly in the UK, one of the best in the world. It was the headquarters of Velocette, later become known as Velocette. And it was on this very area that Bernie Goodman and family set up way back in the 1920s. Back in O model days, E models, and we're very fortunate and we adopted an E model from 1922. So that baby's quite old now. It in fact is a 102-year-old and still alive to this day. We didn't bring the baby back. 102, it's a bit old to travel, but it's back in Australia, and we're going to interview it later when we get back to Australia and let you know exactly what a 102-year-old black baby looks like. Now, sometimes, or most of the time, these babies left the factory by rail, and we think if we walk up the hill here, in fact we know we will come across a railway line. And when these babies were born, they were often just wrapped in cardboard, no swaddling clothes, and wheeled out the back at their birthing place to the railway line that we're going to show you. But like so much at the British motorcycle industry, it left us around about 1971. We were very fortunate to get a 1971 baby, a lovely baby that went to an English home here and then came to Australia. So this is where it was born, and we think if we look over the railway bridge here, assuming it's a railway bridge, there it was. There's a train line down there in the trees.
There it is, down there.
And they had their own loading dock here, and they just wheeled the babies out the back, wrapped in cardboard, put them on the train, off down to London or somewhere, put them on the docks and send them to Australia. And our babies from here, most of them have endured a sea journey rather than a flight. So it took them some time from when they were born to turn up in our care. We might just walk a little bit further up here and see if we can't get a better view at the railway line where they would have been load it. And I think if we go here, remember this is Hall Green, as it says there. This bridge is York Road, Hall Green. So this is where the babies would have been loaded here. Those trees weren't as predominant back then, and that's where they began their very, very long journey to Australia. Unfortunately, like I said, there's nothing left at their original birthing home, but those of you who have been watching our series will know about how some of these babies have grown and developed and adapted to their new home in Australia. And like any babies, but especially these black babies, they're very, very precious. So if you see a Velocette, otherwise it'll probably have a badge on it saying Velocette, more than likely it'll be black and gold, but they come in a range of colours. You can have green ones, you can have red ones, you can have blue, you can have green, you can have dove, you can have cranberry, any range of colours. Give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and if you've got one that you don't want, why don't you donate it to parents that would really, really love it and look after it?
Us.
That's us. So leave a comment, tell us about if you've ever been to your baby's birth home, and subscribe to the channel.